Gotta watch everybody, it get tricky out here. Look both ways, it get busy out here. Better check the weather, it get sticky out here. It's heated out here, shit be on fire. Yeah, shit be on fire.
What up? Welcome to In the Clouds with Puff and Parlay. I'm CeCe.
And I'm Renee, and it is time to fire it up.
Now, this week, we are super amped to get a real OG in here from West Coast hip hop. He's an artist, producer, he was a part of all legendary labels, Ruthless, Death Row, Aftermath, producing with folks like Ice-T, Dre, Snoop, and also a music supervisor on TV shows. Like, what else? Can we welcome Chris?
Can we?
The Glove Taylor.
Oh, wow. That is such a great introduction. Thank you so much.
I mean, you made it. You made the introduction. Really.
That's all
life.
you.
That's your life.
Oh, wow. I'm also an author and I want to say teacher, but I'm more of a philosopher. I teach, kind of the Socrates method. It's kind of like make you figure it out. And then I like seeing the light bulbs go off like all around the room.
Now, is that when you say teach, is that within the music field? Are you teaching, kids? Are you mentoring? How does that work?
Yes to the first one, yes to the second one, and yes to the third one. I'm kids mentoring. What I really want to do is start a school that teaches children what a 3/4 stat rate means. You know what I'm saying? In a contract, or what's the difference between music publishing and owning the master, and who pays who.
The important things.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
at
money.
9,
Yes.
10 years old, they go in that. You got somebody that's got talent at 14. They can sit there and look at their own agreement.
We're going to sign our sons up.
That's what I'm saying.
They're ready.
Yes,
Goodbye,
let us know.
Right here with the hot baby mamas. Let's go.
Okay now, okay.
Oh my goodness. So
Oh, I could light up, right?
Yeah,
Please
please
do.
Look
do.
at this.
that glass from
this
Hemper
bomb.
is a little arcade game.
Is that not the coolest
This
thing
is
you've seen?
Robotech. This is my game.
There you go.
I mean, it's got the 2 lever. Where's my lighter?
I know. You
I
just
was
Ladies
waiting
are
for you guys
amazing.
to catch up with me. Jeez.
and it's just enough. They have the big size too.
Extra
They have
large.
a bigger one.
The one you can stand up to like a game?
It's
Not
like, no,
that.
oh,
I mean,
no.
that would be a
Yes.
big bong load.
We were
You
talking
might be
about
onto
that, right?
something. Chris.
Hemper, we've got a request.
Yeah.
A big one.
Yeah, we
quite
can
a
put
big
that
one.
at all the festivals. We need to do that.
Okay, you
Walk
heard it
up
here
to it
first.
and-
In the clouds.
Right, baby. We right here in my neighborhood, basically where we grew up. I extend from the beach all the way to Western. So we're in that mix outside of the 10 freeway. And
Yes.
This is amazing that they came down to my hood.
Well, I mean, we are here because of Morris Studios. Poetess, is
Oh, Poetess.
is an
She's
LA
here? This is her
icon.
place?
This is Poetess's place.
Yes.
Right
She's a
here on
legend, too.
Crenshaw.
Oh my God. That's really a trip that the Poetess, the original Poetess,
Yes.
is on Crenshaw.
I
10
mean,
years, I bet.
This is the
at
best
least.
place for her to be.
I like the
Been here
vibe,
10
man.
years.
The only place.
This is a beautiful spot too. Anybody out there trying to do anything professional like this, you should get at her for real.
Absolutely.
That's a for sure thing.
And she's been doing it big, and she's been doing it here before it was a thing.
Right.
So the OG applies in many ways.
Oh, really?
So this area, this studio is definitely for the OGs. And I mean,
There's some good
we-
ones
I
out
these
here.
kind of
two-
feel like, it's just meant to be.
I know.
This
It
is
all
a beautiful
fits.
thing. I ran into my boy Montage in the hallway. Like every time I go to some place and run into someone that's a working person in the industry, I already know it's already right. Like I know your podcast is gonna blow. I know all this shit is right.
Well, you're our very first guest, right?
I am?
Yes.
Very.
Oh, we gotta
very
smoke some more.
first.
Okay,
All
let's
right,
go.
hit up for the first.
I'm
Oh,
all for being the first. I was the first person on the West Coast as the DJ, artists with the rapper. Me and Ice-T were the first ones to have platinum records. 1984. And I just found out that I told my boy, I said, man, a lot of that slossing and stuff you hear on the Chronic was because, they came over, met people in my neighborhood. And I'm like, I'm part of the original reason of that. And I said, look, Nipsey wasn't even born when I got platinum. And he found out that he was born in 1985.
Isn't that crazy?
Yes.
The alignment, though.
And I don't feel we
Well,
are
I'm
around you.
24.
We do not feel that age.
No, we 24. We get locked in on an age and we stay there. Whatever it is, where you guys
I'm
are
gonna
locked
go with
in
22.
There you go. And you're probably about the same. 25.
Between 15, I bounce between like a teenager and 28.
She goes a little
But you
younger.
guys are
I go-
moms though, so you got to
Well,
skew. When
she
the
wants
kids
to be
come,
an
what
early
age
mom.
are you though? You know what
Trying
I'm
to be
saying?
an early mom.
Y'all still young, but you know how to set them straight. So that's the cool thing, man. And the funniest thing is looking at our pictures of our ancestors, let's say your grandparents and stuff, they were just as cool as us. Why did they seem so old?
I remember looking at
I
my
don't know.
aunts at a certain age and being like, oh, goodness, they're so old. And when I got there, I was like, wait a minute. This is not old.
This is not old.
My mom had my baby sister at 42. 42.
Bless her
and
heart.
she had 6 kids. That was her
Bless her
sixth
heart even more, girl.
at 42.
Mm-mm.
I was like, 42? I had one and didn't know how to feed her when my nanny left. Me and my wife looked at each other like, what do we give her?
Now what?
I know it's right.
Will she cry? What do we do when she cries?
Well, yeah, I could pick her up. She didn't really, but hungry. It was like one weekend, the first time she left, I was stuck.
How old were you when you had your first child?
Probably 37, 38.
That's a great age.
Yeah, it was really, that's where I locked in at too. I'm still 38 with white hair. You know what I'm saying? That's also, I think I'm sorry, it must have been 34, 35 because at 38, I had my brain surgery and that's the age I locked in.
Brain surgery. What
Yes,
happened?
What?
It's barely there. I've never noticed that. Probably because you're so tall and I don't
You
get to
can't
see the
see
top
it.
of your head.
Yeah.
And I wanted a gnarly scar. This guy was the best surgeon. He came out and said, you're not even gonna have a scar. I was like, wow, I'm gonna get brain surgery with no scar.
Oh,
Nobody
you
will
wanted the
believe
scar?
me.
You wanted the
Yeah.
toughness?
I
You
wanted
needed
the
it.
mark of
Right?
life. Like I made it. Look. Ah.
Well, why'd you have to get brain surgery?
I had a thing called a cavernous angioma. It's what Flojo died from. You remember the track star?
Yes.
She just died in her sleep. So I had that same seizure in my sleep, but I woke up and ran to the bathroom. I was having a nightmare. I remember specifically my teeth were flying out of my mouth and I was catching them like this.
What?
But I was actually having a seizure. Such a trip how your mind works.
It was waking you
It's
up.
Yes.
powerful.
It was
I mean,
waking you up.
Our body is conditioned to tell us what's happening
If
we're
if we
listening.
listen.
Dude, it does so much. A doctor came to me and he said, he went to reach for me. He said, excuse me, can I ask your body, can I touch it?
Because he didn't believe you were there.
No. Yeah. If I go to touch it, can I ask your body if it's okay to touch
That means
it?
you have more work to do.
That was a brilliant question.
Yeah,
He asked
I've
my
never had
body.
a doctor ask me that.
Asked me
No.
to ask my body. My body said, sure. I was like, whoa. Like, you know what I'm saying? Your body is separate from
Yeah,
your mind and
it
it
is.
will tell you things. Like, you ever notice that people will get up and run out and go to the bathroom? There's no control. The body just took over. The mind is going, still talking.
It
and
happens
get
more
ripped off.
after having children too. The
man.
running to
And
the
getting
restroom
60 plus.
without
I've been
holding.
hitting that bathroom myself.
Man, no long road trips without a lot of stops on the way anymore.
I could do 4 hours straight. Like I drove to San Jose. I don't really do the bathroom. If I don't have weed though, forget about it. I need a blunt an hour.
Well, where are you going without weed?
Nowhere.
Absolutely nowhere.
Now I have a different thing though. So check this out. So you weren't aware of my brain surgery, right?
No.
Within my surgery, the reason I had it is because I started to have seizures. And I never had them. I didn't have it was like what they call a cavernous angioma is like a group of like your blood vessels. See on your hand, you can see them, but it looked like a cluster of grapes. Everybody's got it somewhere on their body.
Okay.
Mine was in my communication center in my brain. So it started to bleed. I started to have seizures. So I used to be on this medication. Number one, it was Dilantin, which I was allergic to, killed all my platelets. You know what platelets are?
They're in your
blood.
blood.
In your,
In your
yeah,
blood.
the
Your
other
blood.
part. You got,
Yeah.
right, it's the plasma part of
Yeah.
your blood. So you got to have at least 200,000 platelets. I had got down to 50,000 and didn't know I was dying. They were like, stop, I'm allergic to Dilantin. They put me on Tegretol, which is carbamazepine, 1,400 milligrams of anything. Turns out to be the same thing they give people for bipolar.
So the weed, you prefer the weed?
Girl,
is
prefer.
what?
I weaned you
There,
fast.
there.
I weaned myself off of the carbamazepine in 2017. I saw Charlotte on Charlotte, rest in peace, Charlotte's Web, when she was on the oil, and I watched how she took that oil and went and played. I said, I'm not taking this shit no more. And I weaned off and started taking, I smoke weed to keep from having seizures. I love it, but it's something I like that I can use. I mean, that's what life is about. Why should you have to take
Why should you have
castor
to suffer?
oil to
Why
heal
are we
yourself?
suffering? Or worrying about other ailments in these medications that we're being given? More so for like scientific purposes, I
Girl,
would say.
come on. I already
So,
know that. My brother is a doctor.
And what does he say about your consumption, you switching it out? What is his opinion?
What were people's thoughts? What was your doctor's thought on that?
I never consulted my doctor about that.
Okay.
I went to my my brother though. He was actually, so let me tell you, when you look at this, girls, look at these. This right here, forget the ashtray. What I said earlier,
Yes.
this.
Mothers
Buffet and
are
Parlay.
prepared.
Girl, I'm gonna help y'all. Y'all gonna get. I'm glad I met y'all like this because we finna get you some of the green things we're talking about because you guys are too. It's easy for you. Me, it's different. I'm 62. I'm a legend, so I can use that
Right.
in my things I've done.
Hey,
But
it takes a village,
Can I
and the
get a
village
receipt?
all gets taken care of.
more.
Yes, you guys are moms. Look at the seat, mom. Mom, I need some more weed. No problem. Here,
We got
give me
you.
your right.
What, now, isn't that a cool thing? Like moms that consume?
Girl, come on. Not only are you moms, but you're raising your children. So I have a really big secret, but I'm gonna tell it off camera to you guys. Remind me about my daughter, and I'm gonna tell you a secret. And I watched, and she's right now a 4.0 in college, and she really wasn't into it in high school. Like she did okay, but she just was like, COVID, no school, a whole year, that whole thing, no proms, she went through that. But when she got in college,
She stepped up.
man, and I watch her. The one thing I'm sorry I got off, but I'm with the mom. So trip this. My sister, now this I am going to tell. She got, her and her boyfriend got jumped by a group in San Pedro. And so it was racially motivated and it was a trip. So she had these bruises and things, right? My daughter does makeup and she's like a virtuoso. She not only did it to where it was you couldn't see anything, but she gave her a list of how to do it herself with instructions. And when I saw that list, all of the insecurity about her making it in life, that shit just went away. Because I was like, I do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You guys know what I'm saying.
You're going to be okay.
Yeah.
You're going to do good in life.
I'm a dad mom. Like, I get it too. Because I raised mine like a single dad because my wife was working all the time. So we was together all the time.
So you get to make your schedule. So
yeah, that's the cool part.
When the kids were asleep, you were doing your thing, out working, DJing.
Well, no, I had to switch up. So you talked about the music supervision. So I had to change from being a late night producer to an early morning songwriter for TV shows.
Got you.
It's more money. The thing about television,
that corporate money is no joke.
It's different too because it's not the same. Like you make a hit record, you're rich for life. But if you do this television music, the thing about the record industry is you make a record, it comes out, and since they started front loading records to come out number one, which only happened first organically with N.W.A, your checks are like that. So if you sold 1 million records 1 month and then it trickled down to 10,000 a month, you got a great big first 2 checks and it's crap the rest of the time.
Wow.
Because you sold them all at once.
And you're excited at the beginning.
And you think it's going to stay up there.
Yeah.
You know, like,
it
but
goes
I
fast.
learned. So I learned when we did Breakin, my first check, like 80,000 on a royalty.
For Breakin?
Yeah.
Wow.
For the movie.
Wow.
Because they paid you 25 cents every time your song played.
So that's for the
film,
song
in
that
the
was
theater.
on the soundtrack.
In the movie. That's not even about the soundtrack. This is from the movie.
Wow. So then the soundtrack was a totally separate
That was
contract.
separate. That was 4 million records. That's another check. So look, I've made more money with that than anything else in my life. And didn't get all of it, you know. A guy figured out a way to shift all the pay. I'm probably short 300,000. So I'll figure out a way or not make it
It's
somewhere
coming
else.
back to you.
It
It'll
is.
be there. It's
It
here
is.
now.
Always
Like
there.
my buddy tried to tell me your wealth is in your friends and relationships, and I was like, yeah, but I want the money.
I mean,
I got good friends and
something-
relationships. I had them
Yes.
anyway. Like,
Yes.
don't tell me that crap, bro. Where's the money? Nobody should be able to steal from you.
No.
And so I just move forward. It's no problem because I got
Thank
these things.
goodness for cannabis.
Man, let me tell you.
Cheers.
And selling it and having brands.
Yes.
It's like the new prohibition and freedom for black and colored folks all over that can have brands. I know Dope Sugar. I've seen so many
we love us some
Yes,
dope
we love
sugar.
black-owned cannabis. I'm like,
The
really?
ladies.
Shout out Bird and
You didn't even let me
Asia.
get to the mamas. That's it. I walked in there. It was all women and a security officer. And I was like, this is dope. The bud tenders, the girl that met me, buyer, all women.
We just got to get it straight where these taxes are right,
Oh my
so that
God.
everybody can actually profit from it at this point. Because right now,
Yes. So I'm gonna tell you the game. So this is how you gotta do it. Let me put this down. It's gonna be like that until the pharmaceuticals come in. And when the
Of
pharmaceuticals
course.
come in, they can lobby and they're gonna change that shit. They got billions of dollars to change all them taxes. They're gonna drop it. So what we should do is build our brands and sell them with a royalty. With a
keep the
royalty.
name.
Let them. This is what I do, licensing deals.
Yeah.
Sweets is a licensing deal. That's why I can go everywhere. I could do it with cookies. I could do it with Green
Right.
Dragon. I can do it with, and then I could do a white label deal for Dope Sugar where they can put their name on it. You know what I'm saying? And so that's where we're going to have our freedom. Let them have it. Let them come in and change it for us. Everybody's fighting pharma. Dude, these
Well, the big thing that for us is the fear on the pharmaceuticals is them switching it up.
it's going to be all switched
It's going to
up.
be switched up. So learning how to grow at this particular time is probably key.
And you're on to my next thing. So remember we were talking about the kids and the mentoring. So I want to start A&M College, agriculture and music, weed. I'm going to teach people how to grow weed and all the things we spoke on, how to know your music legal parts, how to make music, how to compose, the whole thing. I want a college like that. And I want it to
Can we
be
be your
a
first
zero,
students?
you know what I'm saying? I want it to go
Yes.
from zero, like prenatal. You know what I'm saying? Who does
Right.
prenatal school? Your kid will come out already knowing stuff. I watched this lady read to her kid. I taught myself how to read. My mom said I used to pick up scraps of papers and she taught the letters and I sounded it out. Nobody taught me. I could read when I went to kindergarten. And so these kids can do all of that. You
Yeah.
got kids. You've seen them do something amazing, probably
Yeah.
every day.
My kid started a online business and he's
A
10.
whole
A
online
whole-
business.
He's 10. And I was like, well, damn, he is not waiting for us at all.
At all. My daughter was about 11 when she started selling slime. Remember when they were doing slime?
Yes.
She had Trini slime labs.
Yes.
So the $10 to the kids, all the kids around town, she was slinging it to them. I was like, girl, I'll make you a logo. So I did. She had a little girl, one main client. She was maybe 6, and she kind of felt bad because she would make her mom buy her slime. And she's like, Dad, I don't know if she can afford it. I said, look, her mom will buy her whatever she wants. If she's buying it, let her buy it. She wanted,
Right.
she was
I don't
worried.
know about that. I'm not letting no slime in my house.
Hey,
That
that was
slime
then.
on that carpet.
I know, right? But this girl was getting
Oh.
it in. They with the slime. My mama
But
let her get it.
if she can replace the park carpet with the money, she, make it okay.
Oh, my
It's a
daughter, she had a
possibility.
whole workbench table. She didn't get what? Remember I told you she made that list. Well, when she was young, she knew to set it up on this. The one thing she did was she went into my studio at about maybe 2 and took a black permanent marker
Oh.
and I'll say drew beautiful pictures in black all over my MPC that I did, like Doggy Dogg World and all my legendary songs
Wow.
on. She just drew all over it. I ended up trying to clean it. I sold it. I had a gold plate on there with my name on it. No, I just slowed
You're
it.
like,
man.
look, it comes with some
I should have
special
kept it.
scribble.
Right. I should have just kept it and just put it on the shelf like an Andy Warhol with her art. Been like, look, that was your first masterpiece.
Oh my, that is beautiful. And don't forget that off-air information you're going to give us. I'm dying to know that.
I know.
I'm
And I
glad you
see
keep
that
it.
you're actually loving that hemper bong.
Girl,
We
it might end up in
actually
my pocket.
have
Watch.
a question, a special question for each segment.
Okay.
And they are they're with our hemper bongs right here. So you get to just pick a bong, and then we will ask you a special question, and then we are going to wrap up.
Okay.
So each one of these bongs has its own question. So which one appeals to you? Which one of these hemper beauties appeal
Can
to
you
you?
can
Now,
you see them?
yeah,
We
that
have the ramen. We
A
have
little,
the giant Mickey Mouse hand. That's like the big
yes.
white glove. I might have to take that one.
a big
The
socket too. Yeah.
that makes
Give me that one.
sense.
That's the
You
glove.
gotta
The
do
glove.
That's
the glove.
Mickey's
Okay,
glove. That's the
okay.
shit Michael Jackson stole
So
from me.
your
Oh, okay.
question for
Mhm.
the glove is: what fictional place would you live in if you could?
Atlantis.
That's, but
I-
is it fictional? Is that fictional
That's a
though?
good. See there it is.
Uh,
And therein lies.
uh, uh,
That's the
uh.
Socratic method.
Why Atlantis?
Because no one can say if it was or not. Imagine if you're in Atlantis, right? Nobody knows where you are. They don't know if you're really here or not because it's a place that, is it a myth? Is it real? So when I hit you up and say I'm in Atlantis, you just communicated with me, right?
Right.
But where am I?
Right.
That's why I like it.
Oh.
Just like it could be anywhere. Atlantis can be in my pool in the middle
Atlantis can be right here,
of the
right now.
She
Right?
nailed it. You guys are super fast. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you this part before we wrap up.
Okay.
Do you know the difference? Do you know what it means when someone says you're bright? You first.
You're a little bit smarter than the average.
Okay, and you.
I'd say you have a good aura about you.
Okay, so has nothing to do with intelligence at all.
Okay.
What is the fastest thing we know?
Light speed.
Exactly. You see how fast you came to that? You're bright. It's about speed. Like, remember I say something and so you got to the end. You're bright. Because I was explaining something, you jumped to the end and had
Right.
the answer and said it.
Yeah.
That's what they mean. Not that you're so smart, but that you process so fast. You definitely ahead of everybody else when you're bright. You know what I mean? But that's what it means. It's speed, not light. That's the trip, right?
Well, let's go ahead and speed our way out of here.
I'm
It's
good,
so
girl.
bright.
Thank you for having
No,
me.
right.
Really just want to thank you so much for coming out. We what is it? Oh, the sweets.
Yeah, that's my pre-roll game. We got some stuff coming out with Green Dragon. It's gonna be cracking. Yeah.
And just to let you know, also, if you are not familiar with the Hemper, they do have these amazing subscription boxes that you can get monthly.
Oh wow.
They have a small, medium, and an extra large. I'm not sure what the medium one's called. I'm going to have to find that one out. However, you can subscribe to them on a monthly basis. Like, how cool is that? And one comes straight to your door.
Mhm.
With accessories in
Yes,
it.
yes.
With
They-
the
That was the
extras.
question.
Accessories. Some
I was trying to
really
figure out how to
cool
word that.
accessories.
That is very cool. I really could fuck with that.
And they really do have the best bongs. As you can
Well,
see,
this right
like,
here, man.
this arcade came
This is-
to us.
And
just
look at the
about a month ago.
lollipop.
She has a lollipop. She has the robot. I mean, you're gonna go through and see so many pages of these glass pieces that it's gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna need to get a case.
I love that.
Just
Hey, do I
for
get to
these
smoke that
subscription-
bomb because I did a question on it?
Absolutely.
Let's set it up for you.
I'm just wondering because that bad boy is hard.
The
Oh,
glove
is this
has
water?
to the glove has to smoke from the glove. I mean,
That's calling me out so big. That's all I saw over there too. I'm tripping. Look at the mushroom. My girl would see that and go, "Oh, I want that one." She's into the
See?
psilocybin thing.
they have beautiful stuff too, because also they have pieces that you wouldn't even know is a bong, so that you can still display it and.
Yeah, and nobody know what it is. Nobody would know what this was. They would think it was a piece of art sitting on the thing,
Right?
Because it would be facing this, like, "Oh, he said fuck you to everybody. Look." And then I pick it up and go. They'll be like, "Whoa, this is like some Raymond Reddington shit right here." Y'all know who Raymond? What is this beautiful piece of art weed in here? Is this Green Label?
It
How did
is.
you know?
Dude, Jason, I could see it.
Jason and Kelly are.
But it's one of a kind,
Yeah.
right? I'm telling you, we some stuck up smokers.
We fuck with this too. It's my boy Lev Arcadia, man. He's got where you met my boy Q at the sesh, all you can
Okay.
smoke sesh. We got him, we got Green Dragon, and this is the best in the valley. They all within 2 miles of each other too. That's
we
fun.
gotta
Yeah,
we
they
gotta
are.
thank them. We gotta thank Hemper, and thank you guys for joining us. Chris, thank you for joining us to have an OG on our very first In the Clouds with Puff and Parlay. We appreciate the love. Where can people find you on IG?
I have Chris the Glove Taylor and Chris the Glove on Instagram, and I'm there all the time. And thank you for having me. I appreciate being your inaugural guest.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
And you guys can find us on puffandparlay.com and then Puff and Parlay on all our social media platforms.
And in the clouds with Puff and Parlay.
yeah.
We out.
Gotta watch everybody, it get tricky out here. Look both ways, it get busy out here. Better check the weather, it get sticky out here. It's heated out here, shit be on fire.